What's your cup of tea, mate?
Cup of tea.
What's your cup of tea, mate? Look there.
Tea.
Hi, I'm Eric the Red.
And I'm Rickshaw Tom.
And this is News for the Caffeinated. So we've always talked about, well, Rickshaw would often say something about us doing this relatively early in the day after we've woken up instead of waiting until 7 or 8 o'clock at night to really gauge the effect of the caffeine, essentially.
I think it makes more sense for us to do our ratings when we are barely woken up. And we are recording this video at the crack of noon.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've been up for a couple hours, but I slept for 15, and I haven't had much aside from a can of Coke Zero for caffeine yet, and, well, I was getting all ready to, put on actual clothes to go to the store, and then Tom's like, let's do News for the Caffeinated, and I'm like, okay.
I feel like I should slightly explain my hair.
First rule of Project Mayhem is you do not ask questions.
Well, they didn't ask any questions because they haven't seen the video yet.
Oh, snap.
I'm in a show and it involves a lot of hair gel. That's all I really need to say. Fine, Rocky Horror Picture Show, and it was sold out last night, so if odds are by the time this video goes up, then it's too fucking late for you. But, what do we got today, Eric?
Well, I mean, we could push this out on Monday and just push the one that we did most recently out another week.
Fuck, we'll do it live!
Okay, so today we're doing, we went into the fridge instead of going to the store. We've actually been sitting on these since before we moved. We found these back on the market in a brand new, fancy, rebranded cans. So there's 3 varieties of Rockstar Roasted, which I'm pretty sure we did way back in the day when they first came out, perhaps when we were on the radio.
We definitely did. At least I know one of us did.
Yeah.
There were caffeinations to be had, and we did them.
But the key thing to note about these, and I'm actually going to walk up to the camera to show this, is that these are coffee drinks that are not only your regular coffee drinks, they are, well, never mind, that was a bad idea. They are gluten-free, lactose-free, and dairy-free.
The fuck is in this? Almond milk. Are they all almond milk?
Yeah.
These
All right.
are almond milk caffeine?
We've been sitting on these for a
coffee
long
things.
time, and I never bothered to read the cans. So we have 3 flavors. We have light vanilla, which I assume is the lower sugar variety.
You know, the coloring on this made me think it was going to be a dark roast. Nope. Cafe latte.
Cafe latte. And the red one is white chocolate. Mmm.
And I've got me a little
Delicious.
garlic, not quite bread, flaxseed, cheesy palate cleanser here.
Alright, well, each can contains 225 milligrams of caffeine, which is ballin', and we have 3, so considering the fact that once we're done with this video, I'm going to finally jump ahead and work on the floor in this bitch, and I've actually got my replacement flooring right here, and I'm putting it out there.
They're not going to see
held
the floor, man.
No, to put some accountability out there, so that when they see us the next time we're in this room,
You're using our fans to motivate yourself.
yeah, come on, Josh, motivate us.
Leave some comments. Tell him to get his ass in gear. Not me, because I probably won't. Unless I drink all 3 of these.
Well, that's the plan. We're cracking all 3. So.
Well, let's start with one of them.
Well, I'm going to start with the one that I'm least looking forward to, but only because it's in the red can. Actually, I'm looking forward to it because I am not looking forward to it because it's white chocolate, and I hate white chocolate, but it's in the red can. And I'm Eric the Red, so I'm going with the red can first.
I'm going to just follow, because it's what I
I hope
do.
we weren't supposed to shake these. Shake gently.
Shake gently. You want me to get you a glass, sir? Do we have sediment?
It smells like white chocolate.
I know I'm addicted because I'm getting that tingly feeling in my extremities right now.
Holy shit, that's sweet.
How sweet.
Like,
Oh, these
on
are
a scale of 1 to 6, I'd say 5.
Alright, gluten, lactose, and dairy-free. These aren't sugar-free. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, everything but.
Oh,
They had to put something in there.
There's 2 grams of dietary fiber. I'm a little bit hesitant. Almond milk, that's what would do it. Smells good.
Yeah, it smells chocolatey and sweet. It tastes very, 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 very sweet.
I think I'm content just sniffing it. No.
You got 3 cans to get through, 20 minutes to do it.
Sweet, coconutty? No, there's.
I think that's the. No, there's not.
I'm tasting.
So. I think that may be the combination of flavors between the white chocolate and the almond. I think it's kind of got that.
It's making me
nuttiness to it.
think coconut, even though I'm not like physically tasting the coconut.
Hey, Rockstar, if you want to rebrand the white chocolate, call it coconut or call it coconut.
Coconuts? Coconuts!
All right. Well,
not calling it terrible. It's just very sweet.
It is
almost
very sweet.
It's making me think carrot cake icing.
It's like a super decadent breakfast. Like you go to IHOP and they put everything that has sugar in it under the sun stuffed inside French toast.
Oh, or waffles.
Yeah. So.
Palate cleansing.
If you like sweet and you like coffee and you can't drink dairy or gluten or whatever lactose, go for it. It's very sweet. It's very sweet. Did I say it's sweet? It's very sweet.
Oh, that's sweet of you.
Okay, so let's run out into the other side of the field with the light flavor, which hopefully is less sweet. This one is vanilla, it says. This one I'm going to shake properly.
Oh, God. You know what? I bet you there's still a shitload of sweetness just chilling at the bottom of that can.
Oh, God.
Just waiting to be had.
Oh, God. Yeah, so this one's vanilla. It has about half the sugar as the other one. Sucrose is still the third ingredient, so it's not sugar-free by any means. It just has less in it. Let's see. In terms of sweeteners, it's also got... What the fuck is microcrystalline cellulose?
That's bad.
You know, with the...
Cellulose.
Changing topic for just a second, when you buy most pre-grated on the shelf instead of in the cooler Parmesan cheese, it's packed with what's called cellulose powder. Sawdust.
Really?
Yes. That's how they keep it from binding together.
You just dropped
Today
a bunch
learned.
of sawdust right next to my breakfast, man.
Put some Parmesan cheese on it, you'll be fine. Anyway, so now you know. Oh yeah, I was looking at sweeteners. It has more salt than caffeine in it.
What?
Salt is above caffeine in the ingredient list.
They gotta make up for that lack of salt.
So this also has 225 milligrams of caffeine in it, so it has more than 225 milligrams of salt. Okay.
Jesus.
It's also got Splenda and Ace K in it, which are normal sugar-free sweeteners, so I guess that's making up for lessening the
So
load.
it's gonna be just as sweet, but it's gonna have that aftertaste.
It might. So this is supposed to be vanilla. I'm not smelling it. Oh, maybe a little. But.
Dude, don't bogart that caffeine.
It's still very sweet.
That's how coffee drinkers do it sometimes. I'm smelling the vanilla. I'm at least smelling it.
It's there.
It's supposed to be a light vanilla. Maybe it's light
Well,
flavor,
maybe
but
maybe
it's
that's
probably referring to the half.
we
half
assumed
sugar.
light as in less sugar, and they're like light as in, no, just a little vanilla.
Just a really pinch of vanilla.
No. It's equally as sweet, but there is that backbone medicinal taste of the sweetener. There's not a whole lot there to hide it. So I don't like the finish on this one.
I liked the red, not coconut, better.
It's
I think you're right. I think it's because of the finish.
It is. It's very thin. There's not a whole lot to hide it, and it's just kind of like it lingers.
Bland.
It's like
It's more bland than I would expect it to be.
and it tastes watered down.
Maybe it needs more salt.
Maybe it needs a packet of instant coffee poured into it.
If you haven't seen it yet, check out our instant coffee video because we were pleasantly surprised.
Surprisingly good, and we actually have a follow-up coming up with their dark roast, so look for that later on.
So let's move on. Now that we've discovered that both of these are...
you can take the take the reins on the cafe latte.
Dude, this is it makes me think Steel Reserve when I see this can. But
It's gonna be that kind of day, is it?
Mm-hmm. But having it just be black and silver, I was expecting darker roast with the almond milk, but no, cafe latte.
Cafe latte.
Wait a minute, cafe latte, that's just coffee and milk though. So this is basically plain, but they didn't want to call it plain. They wanted to call it cafe latte.
Unflavored for me.
So let's see
Never mind.
Did I...
I don't know, you shook it around a little bit. You didn't beat it on the ass like I did.
Sometimes you gotta ask first. Gotta lead up to that ass beating. This is definitely more coffee scent.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm thinking it might be my mind playing tricks on me. Because it smells the way I would expect it to smell based on how it looks, but not on how... It smells like a very dark roast. It smells like the inside of a coffee shop. That scent that we got when we opened the instant coffee packets.
That's good.
It smelled like that. Not as sweet as I was expecting.
That's good.
I don't know if I would call it latte because it's not as foamy as I would expect it to be.
Well, you're not going to get that in a can.
It's not. It's more coffee, less milk than I expect.
In a good way?
In a good way. And you get those rich coffee flavors, and it, even though it's got twice as much sugar as the last one we just tasted, then it probably also doesn't have those artificial sweeteners in it. It doesn't have that overpowering sweetness. Still on the sweeter side of things, not too sweet, but the main flavor is straight up coffee. Good coffee.
Alright, well.
Here you go.
Don't bogart that can, man.
Duh.
Now, just for comparison's sake, it does have the same amount of sugar in it as the white chocolate one.
Yeah, but it doesn't have chocolate in it.
This does have the same artificial sweeteners in it.
It does.
It does have Ace K and Splenda. So, interesting.
So my palate is wrong.
You're right, it does. It smells like coffee grounds, like just that pure coffee smell. And a whole lot of sugar. But it kind of tastes like coffee ice cream. You know, there's definitely that sweet creamy nature that's overpowering the coffee, but it's still got a little bit of that bite from the core essence of what you think of coffee. Because I know there's a lot of subtle nuances and people pick up other things, but there's like this dark brown purity that you always associate with coffee. And that's kind of what I'm getting at.
That feeling that hits you in the face when you walk into like a real coffee shop.
It's like, this is coffee. It's all the flavors mixed together. All the coffee flavors mixed together.
So you think that it
tastes...
does overpower the coffee in that one?
No, I think they play pretty well with each other. For my palate, it's just too sweet.
But not as intense as these two.
Well, I'm going to go back to them now. So, jumping back over to the white chocolate, which I could barely drink.
I'm jumping back into this because I want to drink it.
No. Even jumping from one full sugar to the other, that white chocolate is just... That coffee-ness that I was describing is gone when you go from that to that. It's just...
It's all in the tip of the tongue and the roof of the mouth, and it just gives you that disgusting, my mouth has been coated by plasticky, artificial chocolate, waxy feeling.
So if you're a big fan of white chocolate, that's how I describe eating white chocolate. So I guess they succeeded.
I don't hate white chocolate, but I'm quickly becoming not a fan because of that.
So...
It almost feels like it crave some sort of fruity flavor to it, like I don't know, dried cranberry or something.
Or just, coffee.
It's making me imagine it like a candy bar and what should be going in this candy bar.
Yeah, it's a one trick pony.
What's that candy bar that has raisins in it?
Chunky.
It's making me think chunky. And with the level of sugar in that, that's what it's gonna make me. That's a fat joke.
Alright, now just for comparison's sake, I'm going to take another sip of the actual coffee one and then go to the...
We're using the good one as a palate cleanser.
Hey, that's making the best of a bad situation. That's pretty much what we do here on the Caffeinated.
We're gonna finish these anyway. We need to make it work somehow.
And for, for pure openness, we got these at Big Lots. They were in the cooler at Big Lots. So, I don't know if they rebranded these and they went right to Big Lots instead of a normal store, but that is where we got these, and that's why we were so surprised.
I don't remember seeing them in regular stores anyway. Now, until we get some more subscribers, then we're going to probably stay with the bargain basement energy drinks to be reviewing here, because that's what we can afford, so... I'll throw this in the middle of the video. Like, subscribe, and look for us on Facebook, because that's where the interesting shit happens.
And comment your information down below. We'd like to hear what you have to say. Right, Josh?
I'm pointing at my crotch. Not the comments. Just for full disclosure.
Okay.
Comment on this!
Yeah, not much of a difference. I mean, it's not that big a jump going from that one to this one, but...
I mean,
I still get that dull artificial finish, and nah.
It's like the weird feeling moves from the front of the tongue to the back of it.
Yeah. I still think it would be interesting to see what this is like mixed with some instant coffee. But
experiment for bonus content?
Yeah, we'll see. So stay tuned after the credits, and maybe you'll get a little bonus content there. So getting on to scoring now. I think it's easy enough to say that this one is the winner between the two of us. But even again, that's, not saying much, because these aren't necessarily that decent.
I gotta wonder, this little swirliness on the can, is that part of the design, or did something melt on it?
No, it's on that can, too. So yeah, there's a weird... I mean, you're not going to be able to see it. It's so faint.
I normally don't comment on this, but their art department fucked up.
Maybe that's why these went to Big Lots.
Yeah, let's see if, maybe the camera can pick it up.
No, it's not gonna.
See? So faint the camera can't pick it up, and I thought that something had spilled onto it.
Alright, we got 2 minutes left.
Alright.
It's time to do scores.
Scores! 3, 4, 5.5. No one saw what I was pointing at. 3, 4,
and the winner,
5.5.
5.5.
Look how mediocre it is! By its mediocrity. Rockstar should give us fucking money.
Yeah, they should.
I'll point this out.
We like you, Rockstar. We really do. You rarely ever miss, but this is...
You got almond milk in there. You already have a type of milk thing in there that is lower in carbohydrates. You missed the ball by not making a lower carb coffee energy drink, which is something that I have yet to see on the market. Rockstar, get on that shit! Go for it, Rockstar!
Alright.
Did we just end? I think we just ended.
Just about.
Ah!
Well, this is the end. I'm Eric the Red.
I'm Rickshaw Tom. I'm feeling more awake now.
Alright, so mission accomplished. This has been News to the Caffeinated. Peace.
Bye.
Alright, so for our bonus content, what I've decided to do is take a packet of the Starbucks Via Instant Columbia that we did in a previous video, and I'm going to mix it up with with 8 ounces of cold water, which will then be poured amongst these glasses equally, and then in each one we will use a specific flavor of this Rockstar Roasted as a highly caffeinated creamer to see how we can dilute the flavor enough to make it palatable.
I'm really resisting the urge to call you a science bitch. Honestly, I would prefer it like just adding a little bit of the coffee straight to the Rockstar Roasted. But seeing as I fucked up by pouring way too much tequila into the Rockstar lemonade flavor, then no, I don't trust myself with these thoughts and plans, and
Man, that smells good.
I'm a little stuffy, but yeah, it does.
Cuts right through.
Oh, that's dark. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. I'm all salivating and shit.
And if you've seen our instant coffee video, you know that this stuff, when you brew it in cold water, tastes fucking fantastic.
So that's what we're using here. Cold brew, instant Starbucks coffee. 'Cause why not? It's totally worth it.
And yo, dog, you like coffee in your energy drink? Well, why not put coffee energy drink in your coffee, bitch? All right.
That was rude. Call our
So
viewers
that's all
bitches.
frothy and good.
Commit to the pour, bro. That's not science.
No, it's not, but I couldn't find my measuring cup. It's good enough. To that line on the glass, I know for a fact is 2 ounces. So we're slightly above that.
Hooray for your home brewing.
Okay, so we will go like this. We'll go red, blue, and black. Alright, so the big decision here is if we want to top it up or just, make it look like...
We can always add more.
We can always add
we
more,
can't
okay.
take it out. So let's start with adding a little bit and see what happens.
Just enough to color it. A little more.
I mean, it didn't even color it. Remember, this is almond milk, and I don't know how almond milk reacts in coffee. Sweetened coffee. That's what I'm getting from it. Sweetened coffee.
Well, this definitely put the bite into the white chocolate one that I was sorely missing.
In fact, I think it's added a little too much bite.
Well, we can always add more.
Yes. And I think we should. Let's move on to another layer. In case you're not addicted to caffeine enough and you just want to get it that much faster.
Well, one thing I'm really going to say is every time I have one of these non-carbonated alternative drinks, be it coffee or tea or lemonade, the Rockstar excluded, the ones that aren't carbonated, I always feel like I still want another drink because it didn't have the carbonation. I don't know what it is. It's something about the bubbles. I like the bubbles.
You did used to drink a lot of soda back in college.
True. And there's also the fact that the CO2 in solution actually pushes the caffeine into your system faster, so that's probably has something to do with it.
Science, bitch! Dude, I'm thinking that 50-50 is the way to go.
Still got a bite. The sweetness is starting to definitely come through on that one.
Yeah.
Although this one, just, the unflavored coffee one smells great.
Alright, and now, the white chocolate one, it's tasting pretty good now. Alright, so now
And now the vanilla.
I'm gonna be a hummingbird the rest of the day. We've got a packet of instant coffee and we're splitting 3 cans of energy drink between us. And this is more than 200 milligrams of caffeine per can, plus whatever's in instant coffee. So
This is 675 milligrams plus probably another 1 to 200. So we're about
just talking to my veins.
It's about 500 a piece. So it's like if you drank 2 energy drinks and a stick of caffeinated gum. That's about what we're doing.
It's almost making me wish I had homework to do.
I have house building to do.
Let's do this
It's a
shit.
type of homework.
Should we do one over the top? And
let's top it right up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
my god, something... I don't know if the camera picked up on that, but there was some chunk. There was chunk in that can. Chunk? What?
Well, I emptied that one. Didn't empty that one.
I guess that kind of shows the flavor preference. There's a weird film on top of this. It's looking yin-yangy.
Well, it's what's left of the natural foam from the coffee.
I can feel my heart palpitating over. Wow, there is a lot more left in there than I realized.
Surprising.
Yeah.
And the one that we liked the least, I was able to fully pour out.
All right.
I will say this though, even at this massively diluted level,
there we are.
The white chocolate is palatable.
Much more improved.
Yeah, that coiling sweetness has definitely been cut by the addition of the black instant coffee.
I want to know what is in the latte because as I'm stirring it, I'm still seeing floaty bits. Oh God, there's so much of it in there.
Well, you also didn't shake it when you opened it the first time.
That's true. But it reminds me of those bits of weird mushroom that are in some Chinese soups. Oh God. Oh God. Ah.
Oh.
Yeah, it looks like.
Well,
it looks like someone threw a condom in a lake. Not that I've seen that. It's the end of the episode of Kenny vs. Spenny, where Spenny throws the octopus in the lake and it just kind of floats there all dead. I'm hesitant to even.
Vanilla's alright. It still has that almost chemical taste of the sweetener in it at this point.
Taste! Taste some, bro!
Well, I am not. Oh, God.
I told you, there's a lot of it! Yeah!
Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
When a can says shake gently, shake hard.
Go to the hardware store, put it in the paint shaker. Tell them it's for science.
I'm actually trying to hold my hand here normally, and this is just an after effect of the caffeine. JK. Lolling.
It just tastes like sugar now.
Yeah, too much of that.
I don't know if that's like the soy protein they put in it, probably to beef up the texture, but I don't know, maybe this is science, and maybe the coffee pulled the soy out of solution. Who knows?
You know, maybe we should have done 2 of this, and done 1 shaken and 1 not shaken. Oh, that's sawdust. I was wondering what was floating in your cup. Christ. This is getting long for bonus content.
Yeah, it is. But in any case, it did make, for the most part, it made them more drinkable at a lower concentration. Although this, I mean, the biggest improvement was definitely on the white chocolate because even topped up after trying it a few times, it's now drinkable. It's still a little too sweet, but it's not like ugh.
Definitely. It's the proper balance of the sweetness to the coffee.
Yeah.
We weren't getting the coffee before, and now I'm getting the coffee even less. So I think the proper balance for this would be if you really wanted flavor-wise to beef up your coffee energy drink by adding more coffee, I would say 2 of these per 1 can is the way to go.
Even then, I think just one, a 1-to-1 would probably do it.
Alright, to each their own.
But again,
but I also want to give myself a heart attack.
Oh well, for science.
Hashtag priorities.
We'll sleep when we're dead.
Which will be sooner rather than later.
All right, so this has been the Caffeine Afterthought. I'm Eric the Red.
I'm Rickshaw Tom.
Peace.
We should probably shut that.